almost getting used to your virtual plays during COVID.
Yes.
And then you shock us with this one, James Ebo Whyte's Let's Talk About Sex.
Which I released,
Becoming One.
Which I released on my 67th birthday.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
It took you this long to talk about sex.
Yes.
Why?
Fear. Giovanni, there are certain subjects you cannot talk about in Ghana. On cross say. I don't know him. You know, and I remember when the news went out that I was releasing a book, a woman called my wife and said, Sandra, what is a book on sex? Now, him sex. She was asking a couple that's been married for 38 years, saying him sex and no, so for fear of how would it be received, what would people say? Because it's the one subject that everybody thinks he's a master of.
Thank you.
And yet a lot of people know next to nothing about.
Wow.
Listen, Giovanni, if children were born out of good sex, a lot of marriages will be childless.
Let's take that again, slowly. On Fridays, I'm very slow.
If children were born out of good sex, a lot of marriages will be childless.
Wow. I'm just looking at myself and imagining my parents. Like, I don't know, it's wrong. And they're watching right now. Mom and Dad, hello?
Because even though everybody thinks he knows so much about it, the majority have no clue what they are doing.
Yeah.
They have no clue what they are doing.
But they go for counseling. They go to church.
The counselors themselves most counselors themselves don't know, so they don't even go deep into this. They will just skirt it.
Yeah.
You know, so if it's a Christian counselor, it's going to be, don't deny each other sex.
True.
You know,
True.
But what to do, and I tell a very interesting story of my own case.
Okay.
Where I had to take a book on sex into my honeymoon.
I saw it came with an image. Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
Is this it?
Yes, this is it.
Camera.
This is it.
And this is friendly for. Okay, I don't know if it's friendly for TV, but it should be.
It is.
It's a drawing.
It is. There's something there. And parents who think who are about to send their children home to bed, listen. You need to listen to programs like this so it can provoke a conversation between you and your children on sex. Okay. Otherwise, it's a difficult subject to broach with your children. True. But something like this may create an opening for your child to ask you a few questions. Mommy, what is ejaculation? Then that becomes a conversation.
Yeah.
But for all parents, I have news for you. Your child knows much more than you think he does. A friend of mine is watching television with his kids. The boy is 5. The girl is just about 3. And then he could see a sex scene coming on. So he changes the channel.
The way they do it, so much style. Old boy. My dad is watching it. He's a pro.
So the son looks at him and said, Daddy, I know why you changed the channel.
Hey!
And he said, Kojo, why? Why do you think I changed the channel? He said, because you are going to have sex. And he said, do you know what sex is? And he said, yeah, Dad. Eki and I have been trying to do it, but my thing is too small, so it keeps falling out.
At 5?
Yeah.
5 years?
Yes. And Eki has a sister.
No way.
Eki and I have been trying to do it, but my thing is too small, so it keeps falling off.
Oh. This is...
Don't underestimate how much your children know.
Wait,
except that they know from the wrong sources.
Okay, that's what I was going to.
So the earlier you start engaging them so they can get the right apport from you, the better.
Is it easier to blame the media for what the kids consume? Because I think that's where everybody goes. Like, oh yeah, blame it on the media, telenovelas. Oh yeah, social media, all what they see. Do you think it's safe to blame it on the media?
No, it is misguided. It is misguided. Because if your example and your relationship with your children is that close, what will happen is that if they see anything in the media, they will come to you. You'll be the first person they will come and ask.
Daddy, mommy, see.
Yeah, see this. What is that? And then, depending on how much confidence you've inspired in them, they will take your word over anybody's.
Is sex overrated? Especially
bad sex, terrible sex, yes. Good sex, we haven't even started talking about it.
Can we?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. And I'm sure
So let me define.
Okay.
Let me define what I mean. My definition of sex, my definition of good sex, is you building the act on the back of a deep emotional connection, respect, thoughtfulness, and care for your partner. The sex is just an expression of that feeling, of that relationship you have. So I say that a man must learn to make love to a woman's heart and mind before he makes love to her body. Otherwise, what you're having is not sex. If all you do is to make love to a woman's body, you haven't had sex.
Whoa.
All you've done is you've done penetration.
And you can be selfish about that.
Yes,
for most
always,
men.
Always, yes.
It's like
And it doesn't matter what the thrusting was. It doesn't matter how many rounds you went. You just made love to her body. You didn't make love to her as a human being.
Why is sex everywhere?
Is it everywhere?
Well, maybe bad sex. But why is it everywhere?
Yes. Why are human beings everywhere? Because one of the things we don't pay attention to is that we are spiritual beings, but we are also inherent in being spiritual is that we are sexual beings. So as long as you find human beings anywhere, you would find prayer, but you also find sex. Sometimes in the same place.
Okay.
At the same time.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes what gets scary.
So this book is officially out. I don't want us to give too much. Guys, you would have to go check this out. Let's talk about sex becoming one. And this is it. From Uncle Ebo Whyte. This is your fifth?
This is
your fifth book?
This is in the latter dispensation of my life.
Okay.
Because I had other books. I had two books that have circulated in East Africa, translated into Kiswahili.
Swahili, okay.
But not quite available in Ghana.
Is that deliberate?
It's circumstances under which I wrote them at a workshop in Kenya.
Okay.
And the terms of that engagement was that the book will be published simultaneously in 5 countries.
Wow.
And 3 of those countries were Kiswahili.
What do you tell people who think you are putting sex over money in a relationship?
All right. Give your woman money, all the money in the world. Let me show her cares. Let me care. Let me make love to her heart and her mind. She will take your money and bring it to me.
Interesting. Women, hello. Are you in the comment section? Women, are you in the comment section? Talk to me. Uncle Ebo. Interesting.
Let me show her that I care. Let me show her that, let me give her attention. Let her know I cherish her. And she will take your money and bring it to me.
That makes sex for men, okay? Because we that's all we really want, you know. Sometimes sex, peace of mind, the money.
The money?
Yeah, money is peace of mind, don't you think?
Money is not enough. You know that Bill Gates is getting divorced?
Yeah.
Now talk about money.
You know, tribal, but DJ Faculty, this subject, he is not married yet. So you also say this book is for those who are preparing to get married.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so say no to bad sex and read wide.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and when let's talk about love.
Yes. Okay, I think I took that again. The sex over money thing. People really want to. People are enjoying it. Big shouts going out to my man, Mr. Chris. Yes, my neighbor. He's watching with the family and enjoying it. And the subject on sex.
Mr. Chris, you know that the way he's giving the big house to you, people would think that you are the one who asked that question.
I'm sorry, he's watching with a wife, a lawyer. She would be able to figure it out. But I have a question here for you, a very personal one. My daughter is 3 years old. How do I answer her as a parent, a single mom, when she asks about sex?
3 years old.
Mommy, what is sex?
What is sex? Oh, tell her that it's a gift of God, and someday I guarantee you that you would enjoy it very much.
Can I do it in school?
No, my dear, because that is not the place for it.
How about bringing him home when you are at work? Mommy?
If you wanted to do it, you won't ask me.
Uncle Ebo, ladies and gentlemen.